High School Hoops, presented by South College, welcomes you to March and the drama of postseason basketball. Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, the host site for a Region 5 semifinal matchup between two schools who are hot at the right time. You see the Oakland Patriots record? Well, they've won 10 consecutive games. Tonight they face the Red Hawks of Stewarts Creek, who've won 5 of their last 6. Welcome in, everybody, to one of the great nights of the high school basketball calendar every year, along with former state championship winning head coach Drew Maddox. It's Jeff Hem here with you. Drew, every year when the MyTV 30 schedule gets built, we hope to get to cover a region semifinal. What makes this night so special? And from a coach's perspective, what makes it so nerve-wracking?
A lot of anxiety as well. Yes, it is exciting, but there is a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotions around this game. And it's particularly because of the way the Tennessee high school bracket is built. This is a must-win game. If you lose, you go home. If you win, you punch your ticket into the region finals, and you still have a second chance even if you lose that particular game.
Yeah, the region final, not an elimination game. You automatically will get a sub-state game. It's more about, in the region final, where will you play, home or road. Here's a look at the bracket where we zoom in on Region 5. Blackman, just moments before we came on the air, won their game against Rockville. So the winner of this game between Oakland and Stewarts Creek will play right here in this building on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. That will not be an elimination game. You can see the winner of that game will then host whichever Region 6 runner-up comes into play, which is the Williamson County grouping. You're looking at Brentwood and Franklin, who are playing each other tonight. So the other half is Williamson County, which we've covered this year here on MyTV 30. So Blackman is waiting the winner of this one. This is an elimination game. We're going to cover all the drama here for you for Stewarts Creek and Oakland. Keys to the game and key players when we come back to Siegel High School. Stay with us here on MyTV 30. Back with you here at Siegel High School, host of the Region 5 tournament. And tonight it is Oakland and Stewarts Creek in an elimination game. Region 5 semifinal. The winner gets Blackman in this building on Thursday night. Stewarts Creek coming in at 16-12. Oakland coming in at 13-15, but that 13-15 is with the asterisk of a 10-game winning streak right now for the Oakland Patriots. They are surging at the right time as they match up with the Red Hawks here tonight. Let's take a look at our key players for tonight's game. Drew, for Stewarts Creek, they are led by a terrific junior, Sean Goggins.
Yes, Sean Goggins, a junior, plays at 6'4", but plays multiple positions. Will handle the basketball, can guard down in the post. Sean is their leading scorer. You can see at 19 points, leads them in rebound as well, but he's really the glue guy. He's the one that makes their efficient offense go. And against that zone from Oakland, he's really going to have to lead that offense in an efficient way.
Recently surpassed 1,000 points already in his career for Oakland. The biggest reason why they're surging is because Malik Sanders, only a sophomore, is surging.
Yeah, Malik Sanders is playing terrific basketball, and you can see his average, but in the 10-game winning streak of this Oakland Patriot team, he's averaging over 20 points per game in that stretch. His development, his growth has really led to Oakland having this late season surge.
And Josh Wiley's been a terrific supporting member of the Patriots, also averaging about 20 points per game during this winning streak. Here's the South College path to success for each team in tonight's game. South College, where dreams find direction. Tee us up for the Red Hawks first.
Yeah, both of these teams know each other well. They have split in the regular season. For Stewarts Creek, against Oakland in particular, they got to match the physicality and the way that Oakland will play. They will try to grind this game down, and Stewarts Creek's got to rise up, and they got to execute with confidence. They're going to play against a different looking zone defense. They got to be able to run their stuff, make basketball plays, and shoot with confidence when a basketball shot is presented.
And for Oakland, it's trying to keep Stewarts Creek out of the paint.
Yeah, Stewarts Creek is terrific in the paint. About 80% of all of Stewarts Creek offense comes in and around the rim. And so Oakland's got to eliminate penetration, and then they must take care of the basketball on the offensive end. No live ball turnovers, be efficient, run their offense, and get the Oakland-type shots that Tony Rutland would like.
Always one of the most pressure-packed nights in the high school calendar. Win this one, you're guaranteed 2 more, and you're 1 win from the state tournament. Lose it, and your season is over. Patriots and Red Hawks are next.
All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners Sonic, South College, Bart Durham Injury Law, UA Local 572, TN Homebuyers, and Josh Houston and Associates, who through their contributions to the program make these games possible for you viewers at home. And we especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their continued support.
Region Region semifinal action here on My TV 30. Elimination game for Stewarts Creek and Oakland. The winner gets Blackman in this gym on Thursday night after the Blaze got a win over Rockville earlier tonight. We're set for the starting lineups, brought to you by Sonic. Live free, eat Sonic, and there are the Stewarts Creek Redhawks. Jalen Stegall, about 8 points per game. London Nelson, 16 points per game. We told you about Sean Goggins at 19 a game. Jerry Taylor at about 6 a game. And then Nadir Nasir, about 5 points and 5 boards for the big man and sophomore inside. The Patriots have a junior point guard, also a football standout in Kamani Bass. Malik Sanders and Eli Bell are starting sophomores. Josh Wiley, 12 points per game as a senior, and Yeshaya Cobb, 6'3" senior, at about 11 points per game. Oakland, a very balanced offense. And they come in tonight with a 10-game winning streak. Our officials are Bobby Rollins, Jermaine Jackson, and Chris McGuire. Oakland, the home team in white. Stewarts Creek, the road team in red. Patriots ball. Off we go in the region semifinals. Here's Wiley. And an early touch now for Malik Sanders. 15 points per game, but about 22 during the winning streak. Quarter pocket is good. Yeshaya Cobb makes it 3-0 Patriots.
Can't dial up a better start to a game full of anxiety and emotion than to make a 3 on the first possession. Cobb with a big shot.
We told you they split the regular season matchup. First one was a buzzer beater in favor of Stewarts Creek, and then Oakland during this 10-game winning streak got the second one. Inside, and Sean Goggins is on the board.
What a great pass from Nasir from the top there to find Goggins on that dive. Stewarts Creek getting an easy opportunity on their first possession.
And now Sanders lost it. It's a turnover against the Patriots. Sanders is looking for a foul.
This was great execution here on Oakland's first possession. If you see Malik Sanders with the paint win and the paint touch, drawing the extra defender for that three-point shot from Cobb.
Jerry Taylor up against what looks to be an Oakland zone right now. London Nelson pulls it out. The Patriots in a 2-3 right now, trying to dare this Stewarts Creek team to shoot some threes instead of go to the rack. They will shoot a 3, and Goggins missed it. Taylor's got the rebound, lost it once, missed the putback, and inside Nasir is fouled.
Excellent work on the glass for Stewarts Creek. Already 2 offensive rebounds after that perimeter jump shot from Goggins. Nasir with a chance to go to the free throw line.
What do you expect in the rebounding battle tonight? Because neither one of these teams is loaded with a ton of size.
You know, it's always hard. The old adage is it's hard to rebound out of the zone look. So I do believe that Oakland's going to have to be really, really intentional on trying to find those blockouts, because we've already seen it on the very first possession. One missed shot led to 2 offensive rebounds for Stewarts Creek.
Now Goggins and Nasir are 6'4". Represent a lot of the inside work. Nasir at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. He's a 45% free throw shooter. And missed them both. Still tied at 3. They're daring Kamani Bass to pull the trigger on the 3. He goes inside, and Wiley missed it. And Goggins clears it for the Redhawks. Taylor tried to get it back and does to Stegall. He gets it out of the corner. Nelson on the runner, missed it. Tipped around, no good. Tip again, and an offensive foul against Stewarts Creek. It's going to be Oakland ball.
Interesting call. I was blocked by all the action in front of us, Jeff, so I couldn't really tell what happened. It looked like it was a loose ball just going for the rebound.
They called it on London Nelson. There's Adam Jones, the second-year Stewarts Creek head coach, served as an assistant before taking the head job. 2 decades of coaching experience at both the collegiate and high school levels. His wife Hannah, the girls coach at Stewarts Creek. 3-all early in the first quarter, and this one inside the basket will not count. We got a foul on the floor, and that is going to be against Jalen Stegall. And there's Troy Rutland, the former Wake Forest Demon Deacon. First-year head coach at Oakland. Came over from Laverne, a program he had led to 3 consecutive 4A sectional appearances, including the state tournament 2 years ago. Called it one of the toughest decisions he's had to make. And there's a bucket for the Patriots. So Tony Rutland, what a job he's done here at Oakland. Said he wanted to help bring the basketball tradition back to the Patriots. Of course, we all around the mid-state know what a football powerhouse they've been with all the state titles. Goggins, too strong. Stegall, put back and one.
Already multiple opportunities on the perimeter. Jump shot misses from Stewarts Creek. That's 3 possessions with multiple shots. Oakland's going to have to figure out a way to make sure they block out against and out of that zone defense.
And that's the second foul on Yeshaya Cobb. The and one is good. And a nice start here, tied at 5. 3 minutes into this opening quarter.
Oakland's done a nice job of running their offense the last couple of possessions. We saw well executed out of bounds play for their second basket on the last possession.
Kick out, good close by Stewarts Creek on a potential 3-point opportunity for the Patriots. Now Sanders short on it. Long rebound out to Nelson. He gets around Kamani Bass. And he's going to keep going all the way to the rim. Wild shot contested there by Eli Bell. Stewarts Creek gets it right back. They don't have numbers, but Stegall steps through, and a blocking foul called against Oakland. And there's a good example of the aggressiveness to the basket that Stewarts Creek wants to thrive on.
Some quick guards in this game. Already starting to see the quickness. Obviously, we know Bass, outstanding football player as well on that Oakland Patriot football team, state champion multiple times. But the backcourt from Stewarts Creek, wow, super quick. Lots of speed.
They've just confirmed to the scores table that foul was on Yeshaya Cobb. I think he just picked up his 3rd. We're 3 minutes into the game, and Yeshaya Cobb, one of the big men for Oakland, has 3 fouls. And Cobb is trying to... Cobb is realizing, I think, that they called that foul on him. There was a timing issue, I think, with the clock, too. They got a couple things to sort out here. Tony Rutland's also trying to see who that foul was on. They got a couple things to sort out. We'll do it with you when we come back. Right now, 6-5 Red Hawks. Welcome back to Siegel High School, where you can see the officials at the scorers table. There were 2 things they were trying to sort out. They've solved one of them. We told you they had called a foul on number 15 for Oakland, Yeshaya Cobb. If that had been the case, that would have been his 3rd. Well, they've confirmed they called it on number 11, Eli Bell, which if you're Oakland, it's great news because that's the first on Bell. Cobb still has 2, not 3. We're only 3 minutes into the ball game. The bigger element from an aerial view is that for about a minute or so, the game clock, which you can see in the bottom of your screen at 4:59, was not running. So we believe there should be less than 4 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in this first quarter. But they're trying to figure out what to put the clock at. I don't know that they're just going to randomly pick a number. I think they're just going to play it from here.
Yeah.
So we're getting bonus first quarter time, basically. And the free throw by Jalen Stegall is no good.
Our viewers may get 33 minutes
of
action tonight.
You're getting overtime in the first quarter. Stegall with one more, misses that one. And he's about a 50% free throw shooter. A couple of guys so far tonight have missed them both. And it's 6-5 Stewarts Creek as Josh Wiley runs point along with Kamani Bass for Oakland. And here's Malik Sanders, their leading scorer, the sophomore. Bass, great football player, running back and wide receiver for the state champion Oakland Patriots. And that wing T offense for Kevin Creasy. Point guard on the hardwood. Here he goes. Kicks it out. And a 3 is good for Lane Barron. His first shot of the night. He's usually one of their first guys off the bench. And the Patriots take the lead. And Stewarts Creek turns it right over. Jerry Taylor coughs it up out of bounds.
Yeah, it's another outstanding possession from Oakland. Very patient. Finding Barron for that three-point shot. And what that allows Oakland to do, Jeff, is not only convert, it's obviously huge for the confidence on the offensive end, it allows you to set up that hybrid zone defense on the other end as well and control this tempo.
Emery Bronze checks in for Stewarts Creek, number 12 in red. And now Eli Bell is going to get free throws on a foul by Sean Goggins. Eli Bell, a transfer from Franklin. So we told you their head coach is Tony Rutland in his first year. He came over from Laverne. Well, Malik Sanders essentially came with him. So Sanders in his first year at Oakland. The shooter here, Bell, transferred from Franklin. And then Brennan Vanderbilt is the guy we'll see off the bench, a sophomore for Oakland, part of a terrific sophomore class that they've got. He transferred from PCA. So Vanderbilt, Sanders, and Bell, all 3 newcomers to Oakland, along with their head coach, Tony Rutland. In and out.
Jeff, what about the story of Emery Bronze, who just checked in for Stewarts Creek, who started as a freshman Stewarts Creek, came over to Oakland, back to Stewarts Creek, and was the one that made the three-point basket at the buzzer to beat Oakland the first time on January the 6th.
Yep. Great moment for him against some close friends. They split the regular season series. Now they meet here in the region semis in an elimination game. Oh, blocked by Sanders and a tie-up or a foul. A tie-up. Good defense by Malik Sanders all over Jerry Taylor there. It'll be Stewarts Creek ball on the baseline. Here's London Nelson. Looks back at his coach for some direction. Like Adam Jones, second year at Stewarts Creek. Tony Rutland, first year at Oakland. 2 rising programs here in Rutherford County with strong finishes to the year as postseason play has gotten underway. Stewarts Creek 16-12, Oakland 13-15, and with a 10-game winning streak for Oakland. Bass, the hesitation, wow! Oh my goodness, on the reverse. Off the window to make it 10-6 Oakland.
I've already seen the speed that Bass possesses, but what about the athleticism? I thought he was going to go up on the left side of the basket as there's a travel there from Taylor, but watch this finish from Bass. Incredible. Looks like he was going to finish on the left side. He soared and hung in the air long enough to finish on the other side of the basket. Tremendous finish.
Well, their coach called him one of their glue guys, Kamani Bass, just a junior, multi-sport standout at Oakland. Now Wiley on the baseline. Out to Bass. He wants a 3. And that one just barely caught some glass. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Oakland again in that zone. Stewarts Creek only makes about 6 threes a game. 32% three-point shooting team. They're so good getting to the basket. We told you Oakland's key, or one of their keys, is to prevent the penetration. So to do that, they're sitting back in that zone and daring the Red Hawks to beat them from the perimeter. Nelson got tripped up.
And that's what you got to do, Jeff. You got to figure out ways to get into either the top gap between the top guards or penetrate the gap between the bottom wing and the top guard from either the left or the right side. But you've got to get that basketball to the paint to make the zone constrict in order to attack it from inside out.
So Matt Thornton, 3 in red, check in for Stewarts Creek. 5 in white is Brennan Vanderbilt checking in for Oakland. Out of the corner, Bronze got it. He's the guy we just mentioned. Stewarts Creek, then to Oakland, back at Stewarts Creek. Had the buzzer beater in the first meeting. There's a triple tonight. And the Patriots' lead is down to 1.
I like that action from Stewarts Creek right there. They overloaded the right side, and Thornton with the great +1 pass to Bronze in the corner for that 3.
Well, Stewarts Creek being dared to hit some threes. They get that one to go. Now they get a stop. Up ahead to Goggins. And then ripped away by Varon, who thought he got it cleanly, but he's called for a foul. Lane Varon commits the foul.
Yeah, Stewarts Creek did a great job. They overloaded and played 3-on-2 on the right side there, making Oakland having to make a decision of who do I pick up, how do I play between two different players, but a great +1 pass to the extended corner for that Bronze 3.
And now Goggins at the line. He's in the bonus. They are 5 team fouls for Oakland. So these are 2 free throws here for Goggins. And he gets the first one. He's a 79% free throw shooter. He can guard the other team's big man. He can play at the guard spots. He dealt with an ankle injury early in the year, but he's got 19 points per game. Just a junior. Misses the second one. Bell has the rebound for Oakland, so 90 seconds to go, tied at 10.
Yeah, Stewarts Creek has left some on the board with those missed free throws here in the first quarter.
They average just shy of 9 made free throws per game. They only shoot at 61% at the stripe. That can be a problem for them. Always magnified in the postseason.
Especially tonight, Jeff, as possessions become more about quality than quantity. You're going to have fewer possessions, the game's going to slow down, and so you've got to take advantage at the free throw line.
Thornton tracks down the rebound. And that one tapped out. Who touched it last? It's going to stay at this end, much to the disagreement of the Patriots. And now let's see if they're going to change the call. 2 of the 3 officials want to talk about it. You can see Tony Rutland's opinion. And they're changing the call. So it's Oakland ball. Kamani Bass got a finger on it, but then it did look like one of the Red Hawks accidentally touched it last.
See here if Oakland goes ahead and takes this all the way down to get the last shot of the quarter. Stewarts Creek with a foul to give here with only 3 team fouls in the first quarter.
Wiley and Bass play catch. Bass has that kind of quickness, though. He can lull you to sleep when you think he's not going to take off. He's got the acceleration. Here he goes. Gets a fresh dribble. Right back to Cobb out of that corner where he's already hit a 3. Here's Cobb. In and out. And with 5 seconds, here's a chance for Nelson. Across midcourt, runner 3, and it's no good, and that will take us to the end of 1. Good start here in this Region 5 semifinal matchup in Rutherford County. Oakland and Stewarts Creek in a 10-10 deadlock in an elimination night here on MyTV 30. 10-10 game here at Siegel High School, Stewarts Creek in Oakland. The winner moves on to play Blackman in this building, one of the top 10 teams in the state in 4A. The loser tonight is done. This is an elimination game, Region 5 semifinal. You win tonight, you're guaranteed 2 more games, including a sub-state opportunity to get to the state tournament. Oakland ball to start us here in this second quarter. They're the home team in this game. On a neutral floor with Siegel not being involved here at Siegel High School. It's the Patriots and the Redhawks. Their 3rd meeting of the year. They split the 2 in the regular season. Stewarts Creek got the first one. Oakland got the second one. Part of a 10-game winning streak for the Patriots. Here's a 5-on-4 with Kamani Bass falling down on that shot. Beautiful spin move and a finish by Jalen Stegall.
Beautiful. Jalen Stegall has been so solid for this Red Hawk team. You see there, nice footwork and finish.
Averages about 8 points per game. That shot no good by Cobb. And a loose ball, and Nasir was out of bounds as he tried to save it. So it's going to be Oakland ball. Look at this spin cycle by Stegall.
Such a great job of taking the defender Bell there to the right in the paint, setting him up for that counter move. Great footwork and left-hand finish.
Malik Sanders did not score in that first quarter. Oakland's leading scorer in the bottom left corner of your screen. Wiley to Bell, back to Wiley, and he got fouled. Stewarts Creek was trying to jump a passing lane there, and it's going to be against Jerry Taylor. First one on Taylor. And there's jumping the passing lane. Goggins got in there. A turnover by the Patriots.
Great job by Goggins, knowing the scouting report, the entry wanting to go to that corner, jump the passing lane.
They leave Nelson alone. He misses the 3. Again, we told you about 80% of the Stewarts Creek scoring is in the paint. That's why Oakland spent most of that first quarter in the zone. And now Josh Wiley has his first basket of the night. He's been averaging about 20 points per game during Oakland's 10-game winning streak.
He's been outstanding, so Oakland really needs his production here tonight. That was a great sight to see his first basket here early in the second quarter.
We got him and Sanders giving them about 40 points per game during the winning streak, and Sanders still hasn't scored. Wiley getting his first 2. Oakland still in that zone. Nasir, and an offensive foul against Nadir Nasir. Picks up his first personal foul.
That's a tough call there, but watch this move here. Great usage of the long steps by Wiley there in transition. Another great left-handed finish.
He's one of those seniors on a team that's got a ton of sophomores. And now we got a 30-second timeout taken by Oakland. So Tony Rutland's team is going to talk it over. What a story they are, too, Drew. We talked a little bit about Tony's background, and I know you've known Tony forever. You played against him when you were at Vanderbilt, and he was at Wake Forest. He talked about how hard it was to leave Laverne, where they'd had tremendous success. But it seemed like in our conversation with him, he just could not get away from the opportunity to try to restore Oakland basketball to what you know back in the day to have been the lead program of their school before football ever took over.
Absolutely. Modern day, people know about, obviously, Coach Creasy and the success on the football field, but for all of us that have grown up here in Middle Tennessee, Oakland under Coach Randy King for many, many years were dominant in basketball, a historically rich program, and Tony Rutland talked about the basketball alumni really recruiting him back to start to restore. You think about last year, Jeff, they didn't win a district game. And now here they are in the region semifinals, and what he's done, winning 10 games in a row, not losing in February. He's done an incredible job there in year 1.
9-21 last year. They did get to this round. They lost in the region semis last year. But yeah, they were last in District 10. Jalen Stegall picks up a foul. And then this year, they start 1-10 and then 3-15. Part of that, a really tough schedule by design. And they went up against Bearden and Upperman and Brentwood Academy. Then, of course, the football team You got guys like Kamani Bass who weren't joining the basketball team right away, so that was part of the slow start. But man, are they coming on with a 10-game winning streak entering tonight. That one no good for Cobb. And here comes Stewarts Creek with the rebound. Look at Bass just in there, almost picked the pocket. Now Nasir can't connect inside with Goggins. So you're coming off a rough year a season ago. You don't have all your guys early. You're playing this tough schedule. You're 3-15. And then it's like they flipped the switch. And talking with Tony Rudland, it was just this belief and kind of a buy-in from the team to stick with it, which is really impressive for young teenagers to do when you're 3-15.
Yeah, to not be discouraged, to stay in the fight, to stay with it. Tony talked about that Louisville Mel game on December the 27th was a real pivotal moment, tipping point, as you see Oakland there.
Vanderbilt with the bucket, yeah.
But bringing Vanderbilt there with the 2 points after the offensive rebound. But this Oakland team, and Stewarts Creek equally as such, we saw Adam Jones winning 5 of their last 6 as well, playing their best basketball here as they try to peak in postseason.
Bronze finds Nelson. 14-12, Oakland, 4.5 to go, second quarter. And a 3-second call inside against Nasir.
It's easy to do. Sometimes it's easy to get lost against that zone because you're told to either play the low or high post, and you forget sometimes that they do call 3 seconds every once in a while.
Not a lot. And now, away from the ball, I think, well, Nasir might have some blood he's dealing with right now. I think one of the officials noticed, yeah, he's got a bloody lip, it looks like, so they got to get Nasir patched up here. Try to do it quickly so he doesn't have to come out of the game. He's only a sophomore. Stewarts Creek finished number 2 in District 9 behind Blackman, the team that they're trying to go face on Thursday with a win tonight. They beat Riverdale in the quarterfinals. Nasir had 9 points in that game, and he is able to stay in. Here's Kamani Bass. Oakland beat Smyrna in the quarterfinals. Each team had a rout in their last game. Varon misses that three. Goes for his own miss and got it. Some contact. Put back by Cobb. And Cobb is going to the line.
Great play by Cobb here to get the offensive rebound and put back.
And he will go for the and one when we come back. We got a timeout on the floor here at Siegel. It is Oakland on top of Stewarts Creek by 4. Stay tuned for the Bart Durham Injury Law Halftime Report. We'll showcase the UA Local 572 Scholar Athletes, shine our educator spotlight on host site Siegel High School Principal Stephen Wayne. First half highlights and more all coming up during the Bart Durham Injury Law Halftime Report. Bart Durham, you deserve to be paid for what you've gone through. And the and one is around and in for Yeshaya Cobb. He's got 8 points to lead everybody. And he's going to check out here with 3:53 to go in the second quarter. And the Patriots enjoying a 5-point advantage.
Cobb with sneaky production at 11 points per game. Already with 8. Made that first 3 to get this whole thing started in the first quarter for Oakland. 8 points here. Really playing well.
Patriots continue in that zone. Matt Thornton tries to go inside and does to Nasir. They double him. Nasir the kick out. Good recovery there by Oakland. And now the drive by Nelson. He got one down.
Beautiful drive from Nelson. That's exactly what they need. They've got to figure out a way to not just play east-west, Jeff. They're just passing that ball around the perimeter. You must penetrate or pass and get that basketball to the paint. Great work there by Nelson.
First points for Nelson. He's their second leading scorer with 16 a game.
So athletic. You see how explosive he was as he took that ball to the rim.
He's one of their better defenders, too. Here he is on Varon, and a turnover. Here comes Nelson. Leave for Thornton. Back to Nelson, and 2 more.
Beautiful work there. Could not dial up any better the two-man game there in transition between Nelson.
Now the Patriots try to respond, and Sanders has his first basket tonight.
You know, I almost didn't believe that he was 48% from 3 on the year, but he really has a sweet stroke, and you saw it right there on that possession.
Last year as a freshman at Laverne, where Tony Rutland, his head coach now, was his coach then, he only got a few minutes of action. Here's Lennon Nelson. He is coming on now. He's got 7 all in the last minute. But to finish the thought on Malik Sanders, didn't play a lot as a freshman, so still pretty new and raw in terms of varsity action as a sophomore. We're talking about a surging player. Malik Sanders, sophomore for Oakland. Patriots holding a 1-point advantage against London Nelson and the Redhawks right now. Kick out. Wiley got that one down, and now we're getting some offense.
That was beautifully done. Stewarts Creek goes to a 2-3 zone, and Oakland executes that quick hitter to generate that 3-point shot.
Later tonight, we'll showcase the Sonic player of the game. Live free. Beat Sonic. Now a drive. Nelson's feeling it. That time it didn't work out, and it's going to go to the Patriots. Thornton out. Sorry, Drew. And Christian Thompson checking in.
Yeah, Oakland, that possession actually ran what we call a counter side overload with the ball screen. Sealed the middle of that zone. Threw that post pass in, played inside out for that Wiley 3-point basket.
I'll check it. Cobb in for Oakland. I got my 15s mixed up. Yeshaya Cobb back in for the Patriots with Lane Varon coming out. And the Patriots in no hurry here with a 4-point lead inside of a minute. Fast running point. Don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll showcase the Sonic drive of the game. Live free. Beat Sonic. Wiley up against Bronze. Nearly a travel by Wiley. Tried to go inside the bell, and now the Redhawks have a chance here with 15 seconds.
Chance to get this last shot of the half.
Against that Oakland zone. Thornton. Oh, they came for him. Wiley thought he had the steal. And Josh Wiley picks up his first foul. That's the first foul of the quarter against Oakland.
They could foul out the rest of this quarter if they would like, with all the fouls they have to give.
Yeah, would you do it? Would you chip away here at this 3.1? Just keep fouling?
Coach Maddox would.
Here's Taylor, steps through, the runner is good, off the window. Jerry Taylor takes us to halftime with the buzzer beater, his first and only basket of the half, and it's a one-possession game midway through. Taylor makes the most of his first bucket of the night. That was a 2. They've confirmed it was a 2 for Taylor. Region semifinal action, elimination game here at Siegel. And it's a 2-point game at the intermission.
You're watching the Bart Durham Injury Law Halftime Report. You deserve to be paid for what you've gone through. We're proud to present the UA Local 572 Scholar Athlete of the Week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Cameron High from Brentwood High School. Cameron is currently ranked number 1 in Tennessee for track and field, 11th ranked national track star, and a 2026 track champion. This all-star is now entered for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Congratulations to our UA Local 572 Scholar Athlete of the Week. You're watching the Bart Durham Injury Law Halftime Report. You deserve to be paid for what you've gone through.
Welcome back to My TV 30's Sonic High School Hoops, presented by South College. We are at Siegel High School, host of the Region 5 semifinal tonight between Oakland and Stewarts Creek. We got a 2-point game here in favor of the Patriots. Jeff Hemback with you. Pleased to be joined by the principal here at Siegel High School, Stephen Wayne. Thank you for hosting us tonight. What's this like for you guys as a school to host the region and to have My TV 30 here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an incredible experience to have the regional tournament here in Rutherford County and be able to host it here at Siegel. Just the environment that we have, just great crowds, beautiful court that we have, and great basketball.
You were just appointed principal in January here at Siegel. Tell us about your background and what it means to you to have this role now.
Yeah, so I started in Rutherford County in 2006. was a head girls basketball coach, athletic director. Moved on to Riverdale High School as an assistant principal for a few years. Then I was principal at a middle school here in the county for 10 years, and then was appointed principal here at Siegel in January. So I get to replace Larry Creasy, who was principal here for 12 years, and Kenny Nolan, who opened the school back in 2003. Got to spend about an hour with Kenny this morning. So just great school, great community to partnership here at Siegel.
Obviously, here in Murfreesboro, MTSU is just down the road, and the Siegel High School Humanities Academy has a partnership with MTSU. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so just an amazing experience to be able to have MTSU right in our back door, that post-secondary education that our students get to go on campus. They get to walk the campus. They get to hear from professors. They get to participate in some professional development as high school students. But we had 100 students that joined this Humanities Academy with partnerships at MTSU. So they've been here on campus. We've been on campus there, and we partnered together with something we kind of call here local to global. And so just really getting an experience for our students beyond Rutherford County, beyond Tennessee, and in the global world.
Wow, that's awesome. And finally, you guys have a state championship bowling team here at Siegel.
We do, yes. So my appointment came in January, so I came in mid-year, and we were in the middle of bowling season. But our bowling team was undefeated through regular season and through postseason. Came home with the championship, so just an incredible environment TSSA put on with our bowling team. And we got to celebrate them here about 2 weeks ago with a pep rally, recognize them in front of 2,000 students in our community. This is incredible to be part of Siegel.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you for hosting us, and a reminder to our viewers, Siegel High School will receive a $500 charitable donation courtesy of MyTV30 and from Sonic for hosting us tonight. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Stephen Wayne is the principal here at Siegel High School. They are our terrific hosts of this Region 5 semifinal. And at the half, Oakland is on top of Stewarts Creek by 2. Back with you here at the half on MyTV30, Region 5 semifinal action between Oakland and Stewarts Creek, and the Patriots lead the Redhawks 23-21. Jeff M. Drew Maddox back with you here. It was 10-10 game after the first quarter. It felt like both teams kind of opened up a little bit offensively, but that Oakland zone has really affected the tempo of the game. What do you make of the first 16 minutes?
Yeah, hard rhythm to the game, and I think it is credit to the Oakland zone for really slowing the game down. Possessions are going to be about quality, and I'm with you, Jeff. I believe Stewarts Creek was at their best when they were creating some turnovers, had 5 steals there in the first half, which led to some fast break points, particularly late there in the second quarter.
Both teams left a little bit on the table at the free throw line, but a low-scoring game here at the half. Again, this is an elimination game. The winner gets Blackman. in the region finals in this building, but that will not be an elimination game. As many of you may know, you win this game, you're guaranteed 2 more, including a sectional game with the opportunity to get to state. So this is the nerve-wracking night in the playoff calendar for a lot of teams around the mid-state. Let's look at the highlights, starting with the Red Hawks, whose leading scorer in that first half with London Nelson with 7.
Yeah, I love that action there that we saw between Nelson and Thornton, but they're at their best when they're driving to the basket, creating some steals and turnovers to get there in transition. As you see, that nice finish from Stegall, but those guards getting to the paint, getting to the rim. I look for Goggins to get going a little bit here in the third quarter. And for Oakland, it was 4 big three-point baskets. You see there Wiley with that nice left-hand finish. I love the play from Bass. His quickness and his speed really gives Oakland a unique element. But the jump shot shooting there by Cobb particularly made his first three-point shot. You saw that mid-range shot, but he had 8 big points in the first half as well.
Yeah, Cobb with 8. Wiley had 5. Sanders only had the 1 3. There are the 4 threes that Oakland hit. Again, not a big surprise to see Stewarts Creek only attempting 6 3-point shots. Dead even on rebounding and points to the paint. But look at that steals number. Stewarts Creek's pressure defense, when it was there, created their offense, and that's a huge part of their MO.
It is, and in a game like this, when you're playing against a zone defense that's going to slow the game down, you've got to get vertical, and the way to do that is to create live ball turnovers. We talked about it in terms of what Tony Rutland was worried about in our keys to the game. No live ball turnovers. Those 5 steals were critical for Stewarts Creek to generate some offensive production.
So that's what we saw in the first half. Here's a look at what we've seen in the last week around the country on high school hoops.
The best high school hoops plays from across the country.
Found it. It'll count. Shot. Finish the quarter. Now she's got an open 3. It's on the way, and it is good. 10 3-pointers for Aliyah Vance tonight. Clear for takeoff. Number 3. You've been waiting for that one. Like a breeze flight flying into Charleston International.
There's a turnover and Rink. Oh, blocked from behind. Spartans get it back.
Foster, an NBA 3. Bang! Oh,
DJ Brown at the buzzer. DJ Brown wins it with a layup coast to coast. What a finish for Sumter on senior night. Steals the show. Unbelievable, Stacey. We're trying to get all that on camera. It's pandemonium here.
All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners Sonic, South College, Bart Durham Injury Law, UA Local 572, TN Homebuyers, and Josh Houston and Associates, who through their contributions to the program make these games possible for you viewers at home. And we especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their continued support.
Back with you here at Siegel High School, home of the Stars, for this Region 5 semifinal matchup between Stewarts Creek and Oakland. The winner moves on to the Region Finals in this gym on Thursday and gets a chance to go to the state tournament. The loser sees their season come to an end. And there you see 15 in white is leading the way for the Oakland Patriots. Yeshaya Cobb averages 11 points per game, had 8 in the first half. Now, he has a couple of fouls to consider with his second half defense, but he was their main offensive weapon in that first half.
Scored all 3 different ways, too. Made a three-pointer to start this game. We saw that mid-range jump shot in our highlight package, and then had a nice and-one finish after an offensive rebound as well.
And London Nelson lead the way for Stewarts Creek with 7. They got 5 from Stegall, 3 from Goggins, 3 from Bronze, and then 1 from Nasir. There's Nelson. 7 points all in the final 2 minutes of that half. Averages 16 points per game for the Red Hawks. Oakland coming in with a 10-game winning streak. They are under 500 for the year at 13-15, but they've won 10 in a row. And Stewarts Creek at 16-12. They split the regular season matchups. This one tonight determines who moves on in this postseason. Stewarts Creek, the road team here. So they have it after Oakland started the game with possession. Red Hawks ball in the road red.
See if Goggins can get opportunity here early just to get some confidence. Only 3 points. Leading score for Stewarts Creek in the first half.
Averages 19 points per game on the year. Taylor got free to the mid-range and one. The foul on Eli Bell. And that's going to send Jerry Taylor to the line.
That's an outstanding shot. That's a difficult shot. Great job of getting to that mid-range and jumped up on balance and took the bump and still made the finish.
And converts at the stripe. 64% free throw shooter. 5 points in the game, and now Stewarts Creek is up by a point. They trailed most of that first half. Here's Wiley. He gets free inside. Gets contact, and one for Josh Wiley.
Now, I think you're going to see more of Wiley and Sanders for Oakland. Both of those guys are leading scorers for Oakland on the season. I love going to Wiley there early to give him a chance to get a three-point play.
We gave him his numbers in the first half. 12 points per game on the year, but averaging 20 points per game in this 10-game Oakland winning streak. There's a big reason why they are surging at the right time. Patriots back up by a couple. Taylor got it.
Taylor came out hot out of the locker room now with 6 quick points.
18% three-point shooter on the year. Not on that one.
That one looked really good. Didn't even hit the rim.
Cobb recovers for Oakland. Wiley wanted it inside. Now he gets it on the perimeter. He's thinking about it. Now Cobb with a one-on-one on Nasir and got bumped by Nadir Nasir, who picks up his second foul.
Great drive by Nelson, finding his teammate Taylor, who had just made that mid-range and one shot on the possession before with that three-point basket.
They're trying to get Sanders free in that corner. Well defended by Nelson for Stewarts Creek. Wiley goes the other way. Here's Kamani Bass. Now Sanders has it at the top. Sophomore leading Oakland scorer. Trying to get something going. Only 3 points in the game for Sanders. Wiley around and out and rebounded by Goggins. They got Goggins with 3, averages 19. Sanders with 3, averages 15. And Sanders averaging about 22 per game during Oakland's winning streak. So the two leading scorers for these respective teams are having a quieter night. There's that Oakland zone again.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting, Jeff, as this game plays out, just thinking about it from a postseason perspective, and Coach Jones, as they attack the zone there to get Goggins a great opportunity. They talked about those baseline drives we've not really seen that as a place of attack. Great job by Stewarts Creek, but as you get into the fourth quarter, do you try to draw Oakland out of that zone if you're playing with a lead here in a postseason game? You'll see that from a lot of coaches many times.
Cobb's three-pointer hit the wire, so it's going to be Stewarts Creek ball. And Bass trying to bother Stegall in the backcourt. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll showcase the Sonic drive of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Stewarts Creek by 3. There's a swat inside by Cobb. Up against Nasir, and it's Oakland ball.
Great recovery by Oakland. It looked like Nasir was going to have an easy opportunity, especially Cobb playing with those 3 fouls, to go up and attack that basketball. Great defensive play.
Cobb, the only guy in the game with 3. And now a steal. Taylor got it free. Tries to recover. Couldn't save it to Goggins. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Oakland. Wiley steps through. Sanders passes up the 3. He lost it. The strip by Stegall. Up to Nelson. And there's Bass to come rip it away.
Incredible effort by both teams, displaying tremendous quickness as you see that steal there by Stegall. The pass advanced to Nelson, but how about the play by Bass to not give up on it, Jeff Him? That was terrific job to save a basket.
No points in that entire sequence, but how about the guard defense? My goodness.
Good. Deflections and steals. Such athleticism with that speed.
Nasir back to Goggins. Big 3 for Sean Goggins. Here comes the Virginia.
That was a creative use of the horns look at the top of the key there. I love that little bounce pass to Nasir, and Goggins pops out for that 3-point basket.
Lane Barron for Oakland. Kicks out to Kamani Bass. Wiley from the corner. Got that one.
What a big shot from Wiley. Tony Rutland takes that timeout to slow the roll of Stewarts Creek here in the third quarter.
It is 32-29 Stewarts Creek. They are lighting it up from the perimeter now. Josh Wiley and the Patriots down 3. Stewarts Creek on an 11-6 run over Oakland to start this third quarter, and a 3-point lead for the Redhawks right now with 3:41 to go in the third. This game from the beginning to now has gotten better and better offensively. Teams looking comfortable from downtown in the last few minutes.
Yeah, we had a great look there from Tony Rutland, and You know, I don't think people really understand that Tony Rutland's connected to two of the all-time great basketball players. First of all, he played high school basketball with the one and only AI, Allen Iverson himself. Great friends with Allen Iverson still to this day. And then in college at Wake Forest University, one of the all-time greats in Tim Duncan had some deep runs into the postseason. But think about that. Those two guys probably top 50 all-time
no doubt
in the NBA. And Tony Rutland connected to both of those guys.
London Nelson with the take and a pretty finish.
We've seen that a couple of times, but Nelson is just so athletic and so good driving the basketball through that zone to the rim.
We said it earlier, but you were at Vanderbilt at the same time Rutland was at Wake Forest. You guys battled a couple of times. Did you stop Tim Duncan?
Yeah, no, hardly. I remember one day we went over to Winston-Salem and got our butts kicked my freshman year, and then we did get them the next year after Tim Duncan had gone on to the NBA. See that basket from Nelson. What a drive. So athletic. 9 points now here in this game.
And he just picked up his second foul. Oakland ball here down by 5. The middle is wide open. Everybody for Oakland around the perimeter right now. Stegall steps up and a foul. And it's going to be on Jalen Stegall.
Big collision there at the top of the key. Wow.
They called it. They called the foul on 0.
Yeah, they called the foul on Stegall, not the collision that took place between Taylor and Bass.
Yeah.
It was on the hand check on the dribble there out front.
And that's 3 on Stegall now. So he's got 3, and you got Cobb on the Oakland side with 3. 2:20 to go in the third.
Which feels like a big possession for Oakland, doesn't it? I mean, you're starting to feel the heaviness of the game settling in. Stewarts Creek's done a good job here in this quarter. Gone on a little bit of a run.
Riley got free but couldn't finish it.
Good defense from Stewarts Creek with that block shot.
Now Nelson recovers. Tough shot, draws a foul. And London Nelson is going to get 2 free throws. That was on Sanders, his first. You got to think somehow Oakland's got to get Malik Sanders going in this game. Don't forget, later tonight we'll showcase the Sonic player of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. Right now Wiley with 11 for the Patriots. And you got Nelson with 9, Taylor with 8 for the Redhawks.
And Goggins now up to 8 points as well. Gotten loose a little bit here in the third quarter. We talked about Goggins really stepping up. Nelson, obviously Stegall. Those guys here in the third quarter have been pivotal to lead to this little mini run here in the third quarter.
London Nelson, 63% free throw shooter. He's at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. Eli Bell coming in and Lane Barron checking out for the Patriots. Missed the second one. 6-point game, and it's going to be Stewarts Creek ball. Bell and Bass couldn't agree on who was going to grab it.
That's a tough play. It's just two guys trying to make a play for their team. Both of those guys play extremely hard. Just unfortunate luck there, having that basketball go out of bounds.
See if the Redhawks can cash this into something here. Nelson's going to pull it to the top. Oakland in the zone.
Now, once again, here in Tennessee with no shot clock in a postseason game against a team that's a traditional zone defense team, you'll see this from the team that plays with the lead to really get the game going in the direction you would like. Oakland going to switch to man-to-man, it looks like, and maybe match up out of that zone.
Goggins to Taylor out of the corner, airball it, and Sanders the rebound.
They did speed him up, though, there on that possession.
Wiley got around his man and draws a foul, and that's going to be on Jerry Taylor, who's just picked up his third for Stewarts Creek. And free throws now for Josh Wiley. Wiley tonight 1 for 1 at the stripe. And he got that one. Only the 5th free throw of the night for the Patriots. 12 now for Wiley. Yeshaya Cobb comes out for Oakland. Matt Thornton back in for Stewarts Creek. And Wiley missed it. And it's out of bounds. Saved and staying here. So almost like carbon copy, a different type of play, but the result is the same. A missed defensive rebound opportunity to give another possession to the team that was on offense.
See what Oakland does here to take advantage and see if they can get a bonus possession here, score.
Here's Sanders. Got to find a way to get him going. He goes inside to Bell, who tried to leave one for Cobb, and it's a turnover. Under a minute in the third. No hurry right now for the Red Hawks. Emery Bronze, one of their backup point guards. Into Nasir, missed it, got his own miss and put it in.
Great job for Nasir to stay with it. His first basket, only his 3rd point here in the game, but a great job of getting that offensive putback.
And a 7-point lead now for Stewarts Creek. Oakland led by 2 at the half. Strong 3rd quarter by the Red Hawks. And now Wiley gets free throws again.
Wiley's very crafty. Left-handed, of course, difficult to stay in front of, but utilizes those long, lengthy steps under control to get in and around the basket to get the opportunity he would like.
And that's 3 Stewarts Creek starters now with 3 fouls. Nasir, Taylor, and Stegall. Brendan Vanderbilt in for Oakland. Yeshaya Cobb with 3 fouls of his own comes out since Oakland's about to be on defense. Wiley again at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. 13 for Wiley and a 6-point game for Stewarts Creek. Inside of 10 seconds. And a timeout taken by Adam Jones. He did not like the way that was unfolding. He's got 6 seconds now with a 6-point lead to try to do something at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, as a coach, you certainly don't want to do that with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. You want to preserve those timeouts, but more important, not to turn the basketball over in that situation. Even if you don't get a score or a shot, to not turn over the basketball and give Oakland a chance, it's well worth the timeout.
Got the marker board out. What would you draw up here with 6? Well, actually, they added a second. They're putting 7 on the clock now.
I would say Nelson either getting downhill, something to Coggins in and around the high post area. But you know what you're going to be facing. You're going to be facing kind of an extended hybrid zone. Can you get a ball screen to get Nelson going downhill and utilize that athleticism around the basket?
Second-year Stewarts Creek head coach Adam Jones.
Done an outstanding
16
job,
and 12. Yeah, both of these programs are on the rise. Stewarts Creek out of Smyrna, Oakland out of Murfreesboro here in Rutherford County. All right, here we go. 7 seconds. Nelson back to Thornton. Got to get one up. And they did not. Did not get it off in time. So the Red Hawks will take a 6-point lead to the final quarter. 1 quarter left in the season for one of these 2 teams. The winner moves on to Thursday's region final. 4th quarter next. Stewarts Creek down 2 at half, doubled up Oakland in that third quarter, and the Red Hawks have a 6-point lead now as we start the fourth quarter. 37-31. The winner moves on to Thursday's region final, and we'll get a chance to get to the state tournament. The losers' season comes to an end. Here we go. Oakland ball down by 6 with Kamani Bass running point.
Don't you feel like Stewarts Creek's defensive intensity was much better there in the third quarter, holding Oakland to only 8 points?
Yeah.
Going on a 16-8 run there in the quarter.
Shai Cobb finds Wiley, and his good night for Oakland continues. Wiley's got 16.
He's been huge. I mean, absolutely huge. When they've needed a basket, he has been the one to deliver. Great shot from Wiley coming out here to start the fourth quarter.
Again, he averages 12 points per game on the year, but he's averaging about 20 points per game during Oakland's 10-game winning streak. And the Patriots are down 3, and now it's turned over. A foul by Goggins.
Who did they call the foul on? They call it on the screen?
I think, yeah, right here on Goggins. They called it on Goggins. That's his third.
A tough call, especially give him his third foul.
Yeah. Here's Malik Sanders, just 3 points tonight for Oakland's leading scorer. Can they get him going with a big final period?
It's got to be Wiley, don't you think, to get him an opportunity right here.
Cobb on the take, got 3 for 2.
Cobb's had a special night tonight as well. That was another big basket. 5-0 run to start the quarter for Oakland.
Oakland is a balanced offense. They've got 4 or 5 capable scorers who can have a night. Cobb in the double figures with 10. Wiley's got 16. Now the Red Hawks try to respond. And Goggins lost it. He's got Bass all over him. Goggins recovers, gets free, and missed it. Rebound to Sear, blocked from behind by Sanders.
What a save from Sanders there. Looked like a for sure 2 points.
And now Oakland can regain the lead. Sanders, pretty spin move, and the Patriots are back in front.
7-0 run here for Oakland. Big answer to start this quarter.
The sophomore Sanders with just 5 points tonight, but those 2 have his team back in front.
First lead in quite a while.
Stewarts Creek on the third quarter. The fourth quarter right now is 7-0 Oakland. And now Sanders had it. It got knocked away by Nelson. And it is going to be Oakland ball. Look at this move by Sanders.
How pretty was that? That was a hard shot. Wow, well done. So on balance. Great tempo. Used his length to get to the top of his jump for that mid-range jump shot.
And now Tony Rutland getting his team set up the way he wants it on this possession. Wiley gets inside. Pretty move. Didn't have the finish. Patriots get it back, and that's Wiley.
He's been terrific tonight. It's been Wiley's night. Love the effort to stay with it and get his own putback. Now Oakland up 3.
18 now for Wiley.
9-0 run to start this quarter.
Stewarts Creek with a gut check moment here. It's Nelson. Missed it. Wiley, who else? Grabbing the rebound. Oh, but he turned it over to Nasir. Nasir misses the 3, and Sanders tracks it down. Up ahead to Bass. Nasir the block, and a foul is called. And Nasir has just picked up his 4th.
Great hustle here. Bass trying to just get the ball up to the rim. Nasir thought he had a clean block. Bass awfully happy with that draw of the foul.
And Kamani Bass to the line. He's got 2 points tonight. Terrific football player for the reigning state champion Oakland Patriots, trying to keep his team's basketball season alive. He's at the Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. He's pointing at his hand after that last free throw as he looked over to his coach. Got that one to go down. Oakland by 4.
Now 10-0, Jeff Hem, here in the fourth quarter for Oakland.
Stegall finds Nelson, who steps through, but it was blocked by Bell. And Bass could not corral that bouncer by Malik Sanders. Boy, the defense for Oakland is getting it done. How does Stewarts Creek try to calm this thing offensively?
You got to get to the basket. You got to either get fouled and get to the free throw line or get a layup, but some sort of ball screen, some sort of penetration's got to take place for Stewarts Creek. Now going 4 minutes, over 4 minutes, without a point here in the fourth quarter.
And Oakland's really collapsing around the free throw line. They're not letting Stewarts Creek get the ball to Goggins. Here's Stegall. Needed that one, didn't get it. Look at Goggins up for the rebound, and he drew some contact. And they are calling this on Malik Sanders for Oakland. So it's Stewarts Creek ball when we come back. Region semifinals always bring the drama. The final stretch in this elimination game when we come back. The Oakland Patriots are on some kind of run to start this fourth quarter. 3:33 to go in this region semifinal here at Siegel High School. The winner moves on to Thursday's region final and will automatically get a chance at Sub-State to get to the state tournament. The loser will see their season come to a close. Stewarts Creek ball down by 4. Jalen Stegall. Here's Goggins in that high post against the Oakland zone. And now Taylor had it, and a timeout taken by Adam Jones. He had 4 remaining.
Smart call. Didn't like what he saw. Didn't want to risk the turnover or the 3-second call after Goggins had tripped and fell there in the paint. So very, very smart call. And once again, this is probably the possession of the game for Stewarts Creek.
They just look so different offensively in this quarter. It's incredible how lost is maybe too strong a word, but it's just, the dynamic has just completely shifted for them. Look at that.
Yeah, I think it's Oakland, and you said it, Jeff. They really constricted that zone and said, you are not going to get to the paint either through the pass or penetration. We're going to contest three-point shots, and Oakland's done a great job of securing rebounds and then playing downhill. And what starts to happen is, once again, you're in a knockout game. You're dealing with 15 to 18-year-old kids. And the season's on the line, and you see that momentum shift, and now all of a sudden a little bit of worry and panic starts to settle in. And so once again, I do believe this is the possession of the game, maybe the year for Stewarts Creek.
Okay, so if that high post where Goggins is sort of congested and not an option, how do you go around it? How do you get baseline? How do you get free somewhere else?
You just said it. You got to figure out a way to either drive the ball through the wing area, which the gap that exists between the top and the bottom of the zone, or you got to drive baseline and constrict the zone and make that middle guy come over and have to help.
They get it in. Nelson goes right back to the corner. This is Taylor. Goggins is now toward the top of your screen. Now here he comes again to that high post at the top of the key. Tries to screen for Nelson. Stegall trapped and a turnover. Stegall airmailed it over Taylor and a costly turnover by Stewarts Creek.
Another great defensive possession there from Oakland. And you saw Stewarts Creek tried to drive baseline, but Oakland fundamental got over and cut off the baseline and forced that turnover.
And now Oakland can play some keep away here a little bit. Up by 4, south of 3 minutes. Wiley, Cobb will pull it and hit it.
Cobb's been special tonight. He's been terrific. He started this game off with a big three-point basket and has stayed hot.
Now it's a 7-point game, and the sense of urgency has to set in here for Stewarts Creek, a team that is not elite from beyond the arc. Their MO is going to the basket. And Oakland is not going to leave that zone.
So much time being taken off the clock, too.
Stegall trying to find something. Missed the shot. Wiley trying to grab it. Bodies to the floor. Redhawks recover, and free throws for Taylor. Almost got the and one. Took a hard shot. It's against Eli Bell, his third, and Jerry Taylor goes to the line.
Once again, it was Wiley, though, winning the paint with that drive, finding his guy Cobb there on the three-point line. Cobb has made some timely makes tonight.
Taylor, a 64% free throw shooter. Hits the first one.
There you go. That's a big one, just to see the ball go through the net. Nasir
with 4 fouls coming back in for Stewarts Creek. Joining Nelson, Stegall, Goggins, and Taylor. Tennessee Homebuyers free throw line. Sell your house the easy way with Tennessee Homebuyers. Taylor hits them both. He's got 10. And a timeout taken by Oakland. Tony Rutland had 3 left. He'll use 1. Exactly 2 minutes remaining. And 2 minutes remaining in somebody's season right now. The Patriots lead the Redhawks by 5.
What a tale of 2 quarters here in the second half. Look at that. You see the fourth quarter 13-2 after being outscored 16-8. So what a great job by Tony Rutland and his staff in between the third and fourth quarter. Made obviously a defensive adjustment, stayed true to that zone without panicking, thinking that Stewarts Creek may slow the game down and pull you out of that zone. And then it's been Wiley and Cobb with timely shot making on this end to get that lead.
Now we got a lot of time left, but on your screen right now is a team that started the season 1-10 and 3-15, and now has a 5-point lead in a region semifinal elimination game. And if they win this game, they will be in the sub-state with a chance to get to the state tournament. Incredible.
Incredible story. Once again, Tony Rutland and his staff, Adam Jones and his staff done a great job as well. Whoever wins this game, I mean, just both of these coaching staffs have done such a terrific job.
There's Tony Rutland, head coach of the Patriots in his first year. No hurry for Oakland. They do, of course, have to get past midcourt, and they do. Now they really can slow it up and play some keep away here. And there are fouls to give on both teams before anybody's going to get free throws in this quarter, too. Only 2 team fouls per club with 90 seconds left. Bass. Now Sanders. Almost lost it. Got it back inside. Bell turned it over. Stewarts Creek gets what they needed. Here's Taylor to the other end. And he draws a foul on the floor. So that's the 3rd team foul against Oakland. 2 more before you get any free throws. It's on Wiley. Pretty alert foul there by the Patriots.
Tony Rutland not happy with that offensive possession. You should be, once again, there's no shot clock. You should be in no hurry. +5, able to really spread the court and to be patient. Did not like that aggressive attack on the offensive end.
Here's Taylor. 5-point game inside of 90 seconds. Stewarts Creek's got to go. This is Nelson, 35% three-point shooter, out to Nadir, and he hits one. He's 36% from downtown, and the Red Hawks are not done yet. 2-point game, 67 seconds left.
How good was that? 2 baseline drives that set up that three-point basket from Nasir, but just a terrific pass by Nelson. Nelson's baseline drive was actually set up by Sanders' baseline drive, and those guys, once again, you talked about it, Jeff, where else can you attack from? But the baseline is a vulnerable spot if you're unable to cut that baseline off.
And we told you Stewarts Creek, 80% of their points come in the paint, trying to get to the basket. It's not that they don't have three-point threats. It's just not typically where their offense comes from. So you look at the stats and you think late in the game, well, Nelson's 35%. You got Goggins at 32. Nasir 36, so not a lot of elite three-point shooters, but it's not like they don't have options from the perimeter. It's just not typically how they operate.
But those inside-out three-point shots are so crucial because they're rhythmic. So all of a sudden you're playing from a paint touch, you get that ball kicked out, and you shoot it much differently with much more confidence.
They're a 32% three-point shooting team on the year. In the fourth quarter of games, it goes up to 36%. So in fact, it's their best three-point shooting quarter in games this year, that fourth quarter for Stewarts Creek. All right, down to the Red Hawks. Oakland up by a pair, trying to go back into keep-away mode here.
If you're Stewarts Creek, you start to begin to think about, Jeff, who do you foul? In the scouting report tonight, Oakland is 50%, 5 out of 10 from the free throw line.
And there's one foul, so their next one now would send free throws. That's on Stegall, his fourth. Wiley into Bass.
Stegall cannot foul out here out front, so.
And Wiley gets fouled. And just so you have all the facts, we do not have the free throw percentages for the Oakland shooters, so we can't tell you the numbers in this scenario of who Stewarts Creek would want to send to the line. You're seeing Wiley banged up there with the left ankle or foot.
That's going to be the 4th team foul for Stewarts Creek, so one more before Oakland gets to the bonus.
4th foul on Jerry Taylor. Brennan Vanderbilt checking in for Oakland. They're going to take Yeshaya Cobb out, I believe. Well, Tony Rutland saying hang on to Brennan Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt went out on the floor, but I don't think he's going in just yet. And they're going to mop up some perspiration on the floor. As you see Tony Rutland trying to get this set up the way he wants. Yeah, the next foul is going to send Oakland to the line. And neither team has been great tonight at the free throw line. Wiley 3 of 5, Bell 0 for 2, Bass 1 for 2, Cobb 1 for 1 for the Patriots. Here's Bell holding it. Goggins is on him, and a timeout taken by Oakland. They'll use one of their remaining 2 timeouts with 44.7, a full timeout requested by Tony Rutland.
Probably would have been a good spot to go right there. You had Bell there trapped in the corner. Bell's only taken 1 shot on the evening. Hasn't taken a free throw. No, he's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So that maybe that would have been a good spot to go. So once again, we'll see Stewarts Creek, Adam Jones and his staff, Jay Spurlock over there, an experienced head coach in his past as well. We'll see what they're talking about in terms of when they want to take a chance and go ahead and start stretching this game out and putting Oakland on the free throw line.
Here's tonight's Sonic drive of the game. Live free, eat Sonic. And it is a Stewarts Creek drive by London Nelson, getting to the rack for 2 of his 10 points. He had 7 at halftime, averages 16 points per game. One of the quick, agile Stewarts Creek guards. Senior London Nelson with our drive of the game, brought to you by Sonic. 44.7 left. Oakland is up by 2 with the ball. And the next foul by the Red Hawks will send the Patriots to the line in the bonus. Lane Varon will inbound. And he gets it into Cobb. Nasir doesn't want to foul him. Nasir's got 4 fouls. Here's Wiley. They're all over Wiley. They went for the steal. Wiley almost traveled. He finds Varon. 33 seconds remaining. Oakland trying to play keep away and stay calm. Here's Sanders.
He got a foul.
Keeps his dribble. Now to Cobb.
Too
No
much
foul
time.
yet. Down to 20 seconds. Wiley's got it. They got a turnover. Nelson turns it right back over. 15 seconds. Now they have to foul, and they do. Stewarts Creek got the turnover they were looking for, and they gave it right back. "13 seconds left now."
Well, what do I know? Stewarts Creek did a great job of generating the turnover, but there's our guy Bass in the backcourt there to get the steal and save the layup.
And Bass is shaken up here. He was going to be the free throw shooter. He's grabbing his left arm. He's 1 for 2 at the line tonight. Oakland's trying to sub in a couple of guys here, but Bass is the shooter. And now Matt Moore is going to come into the game. Adam Jones is upset that they're getting to choose a different free throw shooter here.
Matt Moore,
Read
the
his lips, he's
senior.
saying, how do you know? He's asking the official, how do you know that Bass... And now Bass is back at the table, and the referees are saying he can't come back in yet. So Matt Moore has not played in this game. He is now coming off the bench with 13 seconds left to shoot 2 free throws. And he's short on the first one.
That's a tough spot to be put in.
No doubt.
Haven't entered the game. You're a senior coming into this basketball game trying to make some free throws here for your team.
Matt Moore, 6-foot senior guard for Oakland. First action of the night. One more free throw. Got it.
Great adjustment.
1 possession game, 13 seconds left. Here's Stegall. And a timeout taken by Stewarts Creek. Now Oakland with 3 team fouls can disrupt this 7.8 with at least 1 foul and have no consequence of free throws with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, you saw Tony Rutland out on the court telling Wiley to go ahead and take that foul to slow down the Stewarts Creek offensive player. They've added some time back on the clock. It'll be Stewarts Creek basketball side inbounds. 8.3 seconds now on the game clock. Needed 3-point make to extend their season.
This is why this night around Middle Tennessee is so highly anticipated on the schedule every year. This elimination night, region semis. The drama is there from the jump. And Stewarts Creek was up by 6 when this quarter began. Right now they are down by 3. Their season hanging in the balance with 8.3 seconds left. A team that tonight has gone 5 for 13 from downtown.
5 different guys have made a 3-point basket.
You and I were going to the same place on the stat sheet here. Nasir's got 1, Bronze has 1, Goggins, Taylor, and Nelson. And emerging, you got Nelson there on your screen. Nasir is in. Thornton is 3 in red. Stegall is going to be the inbounder, and that's Goggins. So there's your 5 Red Hawks. Again, Oakland has 1 foul to give. Josh Wiley's looking at his coach, trying to make sure they know how they want to play this from a defensive perspective. Stigall into Nasir, and he's fouled by Wiley right as he was looking for a back cut pass. So that's the last foul to give. Now, Oakland could still elect to foul again and send Stewarts Creek to the line for 2 guaranteed free throws in a 3-point game. Stigall searching, finds Nasir. Thornton's going to put it up to try to tie the game. It's no good. Grabbed by Sanders. And the Oakland Patriots have won 11 in a row. And a team that started 1-10 and 3-15 will now be 1 win away from going to the state tournament. A football powerhouse has basketball back at Oakland. The Patriots take down Stewarts Creek 45-42 in a region semifinal thriller.
The fourth quarter from Oakland was just so good. The defensive end was terrific. Timely shot making from Wiley and Cobb. But watch this last possession. Tony Rutland elects not to foul. Stewarts Creek gets a good look.
And Thornton's a 46% three-point shooter. Doesn't shoot a ton, but 46%.
You'll take that look. At that moment in time, and that ball was dead on. That was just a straight line, long miss. Outstanding shot.
Oakland wins it, and we will talk to Tony Rutland and the Patriots when we come back. They are moving on to this building on Thursday against top 10 ranked Blackman. The Patriots win it. More to come on My TV 30. Welcome back to Siegel High School, where the Oakland Patriots, in the third matchup of the year against the Stewarts Creek Redhawks, have won it 45-42 to move on. And here's tonight's Sonic Player of the Game. Live free, eat Sonic. What a night for the senior guard Josh Wiley. 18 points. He was 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown. You see 3 of 5 at the line, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. This is now an 11-game winning streak for Oakland, and during that run, Josh Wiley continues to average about 20 points per game, and he got it done for Oakland tonight. They also got 13 from Yeshaya Cobb. What a performance by the Patriots to continue their season. And it's time for our Josh Houston and Associates Coach's Corner trophy presentation. Josh Houston and Associates, your one-store scholastic product experience. Drew Maddox is with Tony Rutland and the Patriots.
All right, I'm here with a very, very happy Tony Rutland and Oakland Patriot team. Big winners tonight here in a region semifinal game. Coach, y'all outscored Stewarts Creek 14-5 in the fourth quarter. What did you see in the fourth quarter? What did you do adjustment-wise between the third and fourth quarter?
I think they were just a little bit more aggressive on defense. We sat back too much in the third quarter. We located the shooters, and we were able to rotate the guards, and we rebounded, and we was able to get out in transition and find open guys.
Amazing. Well, one of those guys was Josh Wiley, had a big night, 18 big points tonight. Timely shot making, particularly there in the fourth quarter. Talk about what he's meant to your team all year, and especially tonight in a big game.
Well, I told him at halftime, is this how he wanted to end his senior career? And he came out and he stepped up. So, credits to him and the guys giving him the ball. But, I lost my voice yelling so much. But the guys really, really played hard, and they was able to find him the ball.
All right, so now you have a region final game. You're going on to play in the sub-state round next Monday night, but you got Blackman Blaze, obviously Barry Workman and that program and what they mean here in Rutherford County. But talk about that matchup on Thursday night.
I mean, they're going to be Blackman. They're going to run their offense. They're going to play great defense. It should be a great physical game. I think our guys will be up for it. I know their guys will be up for it, so it should be a great game.
I love it. Well, congratulations, Coach. I know it's a big win for you and your program. Congratulations on behalf of MyTV30. Great job, Tony Rutland. Back over to you, Jeff Him.
All right, thank you so much. What a run, these Oakland Patriots. I mean, last year, 9-21, finished last in District 10, lost in this game of the postseason a year ago. This year, don't have everybody early because of football, in part. Tough schedule, part of it, of course. They start 1-10. And 3-15, including 0-3 in the district. They end up winning District 10. They've now won 11 in a row, and they will play for a chance to get to the state tournament. Of course, Oakland, such a football powerhouse, a 13-time champion or runner-up, 9 titles, 4 runners-up. 9 of those are all since 2008. I mean, it is all Oakland football, understandably and respectfully so. This basketball program, which has not had a state tournament appearance since 2019 and only has 1 runner-up finish going back to 1984. Basketball is back in Oakland. It's impressive. What a run.
What a win. I mean, this is such a hard game to win. You could see Tony Rutland, obviously, with his voice completely depleted. He gave everything he had to his team. His team gave him everything he had. But that defensive effort there in the fourth quarter was just magnificent, which led to this big win tonight to get to go play in the region finals now.
Patriots 14-15 now. Stewarts Creek, a terrific team as well. Their season ends. They are 16-13 as they finish their year. And there's Josh Wiley, the player of the game, with 18 points. Did a little bit of everything tonight for Oakland to help them continue their season for at least 2 more games. All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsor partners, Sonic, South College, Bart Durham Injury Law, and UA Local 572, who through their contributions to the program make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsor supporters for their contributions to our 2026 high school hoops telecasts, Tennessee Homebuyers, and Josh Houston and Associates. And we'd especially like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their continued support. Stewarts Creek High School, Oakland High School, and our host tonight, Siegel High School. Don't forget to join MyTV30 Sports again on Thursday at 7:30. We will wrap up our 2026 high school hoops coverage, and we've got some breaking news courtesy of the man himself, Steve Mann. We got the matchup here for you. It is White House Heritage against East Nashville on Thursday. Join us then as we get closer to the TSSAA Blue Cross Basketball State Championships, which you can also see right here on MyTV30. All righty, that's going to do it for tonight. For Drew Maddox and our outstanding crew, led by Steve Mann, Lee Scott, and Travis Porterfield, it's Jeff M. signing off. And again, the final on Region Semi Night. Oakland 45, Stewarts Creek 42. Thanks so much for being with us. Good night from Rutherford County. We'll talk to you on Thursday night for East Nashville and White House Heritage. You've been watching Sonic High School Hoops, presented by South College on MyTV30.